All right, part two, why just push through advice makes your content worse, not better, right? And in this part of a webinar, make sure you do watch the other part of the webinar, the entire webinar altogether. All right, so pushing through damages the signal more than reducing volume deliberately. I will explain it. So you can go with full output, right? During a busy period where you have clients there, you are genuinely busy. But what may end up happening is there's content dilution, right? In terms of quality, content is diluted. So if you're going to do great work, right, most of the time it must come from a place of stability or some form of inner peace or not being so overwhelmed, right? When you're overwhelmed with so much, your decision quality, right, generally will reduce, and that will show in everything that you do. So this will not just affect even your content, but it will affect the client work as well. So the idea of pushing through, the idea of doing more, right, it may not only work so much in that time. So full output under pressure isn't sustainable or even effective, right? That's the truth of it. So you've tried to push through a busy season at full marketing output before. So maybe you are doing 5 posts every week, right? Client work came in and you see trying to do 5 posts every week, right? And then the content that came, and we're talking about not just client work coming, we're talking about busy. So like there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do, right? Way more than usual. And the content that came out of it felt visibly rash or generic. So that's usually what will happen. So the fees is it more effort, right? Unfortunately, we deal with the effort thing over here. Most of the time, we human beings, well, we seem to be met with a limitation. What we usually try to do is to push in more to try and, apply more force. Well, that's the immediate natural response to opposition. But that's usually not the solution. So the solution actually is that a deliberately reduce, right? The keyword here is deliberately protected minimum, right? Not full output maintained under pressure and not zero either. So there's going to be a level of intentionality in this and deciding that, okay, regardless of what happens, this is what my minimum is going to be, all right? And this is definitely not going to be your usual number, but it will also not be nothing as well. So we don't want that. We don't have to have nothing being done. We also don't want to have everything that you're doing in normal time being done if you are busy, right? And we want to have a protected minimum as well. So we'll talk about that later in the webinar. So how does it apply now? How can you apply this now? So the first one to do, I want to stop aiming for full output during busy weeks. It's possible to have full output during busy week, but then we talk about how that should be done. That should be done. But for the everyday consultant or coach who may not have a team, who doesn't spend time like planning ahead to have top quality content throughout their content year, right? The full output idea at high quality, full output idea in busy weeks may not really be an option. So the first thing, right? One, so you want to drop any goal of maintaining your normal posting volume. That's the first thing you want to do, right? That strong head or like that, excessive confidence that, okay, I'm going to pour in full, but I'm very busy. I'm talking about being a busy consultant, a busy coach here, a busy week, right? Literally every day back to back work, right? Not just having orders. So in that case, you want to drop any goal of maintaining that normal posting volume. So full output during the busiest weeks is really realistic or even desirable. So somebody can do it for maybe it's a busy quarter. You can, so for the first 3 weeks, yeah, you are at it. You are posting at full normal volume, but you observe that, okay, beyond 3, beyond 2 weeks, beyond 6 weeks, you just can't keep at it. So we want you rather to be honest with yourself at the start or even before a busy week comes. That's the whole point of this webinar. And we've been sharing a lot in the past 6 webinars, strategies that are meant to increase your authority in the market, to make your visibility more effective, right? So we know for sure that there will be many changes. There will be some many changes to your business. Client orders will increase significantly. All right. So why not prepare for that? Why not prepare for that? All right. So third thing is that you want to write that number down before your next. Okay. Two, you want to identify the smallest realistic weekly number instead. So what could be the smallest realistic weekly number of posts or reads that you could keep up with sincerely, right? It's not definitely zero. It's not, five, right? The minimum that keeps your pipeline from going silent. That's literally what you're thinking about here. And then three, write that number down before your next busy season arrives. Right. And then, so you want to have it written down. You don't want to wait for the busy season to come and then you now decide to take action. So deciding it in advance is what can make the flow instead of a guess. So it's already known that, okay, if they're starting this type of volume in orders, right, and I'm alone doing it and I seem so busy, so overwhelmed by it, this is what I'm going to keep up with. So having that number also helps you plan ahead of time to make those type of content down. And the main philosophy behind this whole thinking is the looking at the unavoidable damages that social media created in our society or in culture, right? It's been a great tool. It helped us grow businesses in so fast, reach people that we never thought we could reach, right? Social media has been such a blessing, but at the same time it has created a generation of slave workers or slave business owners who are slave to the algorithm, right? Who cannot strategically and peacefully detach from the as from performing for the algorithm. We are supposed to be dictating to the algorithm how things should be done, not the other way around. So if we move from that place of having people, people who are in charge of their time, people that like whether they like or not, they just have to obey the rules of the algorithm, post any type of content that they want just to satisfy the algorithm, and sometimes do it at the cost of other things. So the whole point is not just to grow a business, but how do you grow a business and still keep your sanity and still keep other aspects of your life going, right? How do you grow a business in such a way that like beyond the vanity metrics of, oh, well, I'm posting every day, I'm posting 3 times every day, and I'm reaching X number of people, you are being effective. You are not just following the waves, you just know what you're actually doing. So if you think about it that way, trying to have I do personally a lot beyond business, right? So, and I enjoy those other things that I do beyond business, and I want to keep on doing them while also having the business. So these are some of the things that personally taught me push me to think beyond the normal advice being given, right? The advice of pushing through is what this workaholic economy and work environment or work culture around the world will tell you to do. Just hustle, 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 and just push through it. But truly, it doesn't produce the best humans and doesn't produce the best benefit for society overall in the long run. So you really want to look at it personally. So if that's what you are thinking and you actually want a life where you are not a slave to the algorithm, but you are dictating how the algorithm should treat you and how it should actually be a helper rather than a master, this should be for you. So embrace it. So you already know what gets cut first. Let's set your protected minimum. So we're offering you a free 15-minute discovery call where we are going to help you look at your content and see exactly how we can, help you protect your content or protect your marketing before busy seasons come. So if you're also watching this webinar, a part of it, make sure you watch the entire webinar or other videos in this webinar. And we also have another one coming up. This is the last webinar of the series. So we're going to look at what should a $5,000 per month coach actually charge for a signature offer without freezing at that number? Because we observe that many people actually do freeze and are not bold enough to mention their numbers in their coaching or consulting business. So that will be it. Make sure you do subscribe, make sure you like and share this video with a coach or a consultant or somebody in the service business. It will bless them tremendously. Thank you once again and have a beautiful rest of your day.